Hello all. Here we are again with a new video to explain the Airline Manager 2 game, and hope you found the previous video was useful for you to know general information about the game. In this video, I am going to explain how to create a new route and what is the required calculations and search you have to do before creating a route and before purchasing the new aircraft. Firstly, you have to go to the Find Route page from here, but, before doing that, I prefer you to have a piece of paper and a pen, so that you can record the high demand routes and the seating configuration that you have to do it to your route. In this window, you can find here the Search for Airport tab. You can search for a specific airport from here, but I am not using this feature by the way. Here is the Advanced Search option. You can enter the departure city from here, the max distance that your plane can fly, and the minimum runway for your aircraft. So, in this screen you can search for the routes that is good for your aircraft. Let's try a route search now. Let's select the country here. My base city is located in France, Toulouse City. Let's assume the maximum distance for my aircraft is 20,000 kilometers, and the minimum runway is 9,500 feet. Then we will click the Search Route button. Now you will get the following results. You have to search for the demands that higher than 95%. You can move to the next list from here and searching for the good demand for your aircraft. Here is a good demand route. It has a 96% demand. One more thing good with this route, that it has a high economy class demand of 81%. For me, I like usually to focus on the economy class since it is working better during the flights. Then click on the route that you chose, then click Create Route to this location. You can choose the AC that you want to fly to the chosen route. We will continue the next step after discussing more about the calculations that we have to do before purchasing the plane that we want. As I mentioned before, I don't prefer this option of finding a new route. I will mention the way that I follow usually for searching for a route. I usually start with thinking about the country that I wish to fly to. This time, I am planning to fly to Brazil. Let's now talk quickly about the factors that I have to think about before moving to the next step. I have to think about the minimum runway required for the aircraft that I want to buy. The low runway means higher results that you can get during the search. Try to search and choose planes with low minimum runway required. The next thing that I have to think about is the route distance. I usually prefer the long flights since it will give you a higher income, but in long time, it is also good to have some short flights as well so that you will not feel bored waiting for the arrival of your fleets to depart them again. Now, let me explain the way that I usually follow to create a new route. The first thing I do is choosing the aircraft. I will choose the Airbus A340-200 aircraft. From here I will record the following informations: the total AC capacity, the operating range and the minimum runway required for it. Now I will move to the New Route tab. From here I will choose Brazil as a country to depart to, then move to next screen. Here is a good route to me. I will choose Guarulhos City. I will record that the demand 97%, economy class required is 69%, business class is 20% and the first class is 11%. Now I will use a web page that I found in the game discussion board to calculate the seating configuration that I have to do on my aircraft. I will mention the link in the video description. By the way, this was developed by someone in the board. I would like to thank him very much for a very useful tool. Here I will enter the total seat that I have recorded previously. It is 239. Here the economy needed, 69. Here the business 20, and here the first, 11. Max offset, usually 0.2, if you did not get results, increase to 0.3, 0.4, and continue increasing till you get a result. Now I found that I have to configure my aircraft on this way: 107, economy, 31, business and 17 on first. Now I will record this result, then we'll move back to the AC market to buy my aircraft. I will go to the factory AC, then will choose my aircraft. I will choose here the options to raise the AC quality. I will explain this in details later. Here, I will choose the configurations that I got from the online calculator. I will choose a name for my AC and purchase it. I will not click purchase now, since I have already purchased it previously. Now, let's move again to the new route window, and choose the country and the city that we planned for, choose the AC that we already configure and click next. Scroll down here, choose your flight number, and keep the recommended prices. By the way, you still can increase it by 15%, but in this case I will keep it as it. Then choose the catering option. For this time of flight, I will choose the medium combined meal. Then click create route. Now move to the marketing option. I will do it very quickly this time, and I will discuss about the marketing in details in separate videos later. After finishing the marketing options and I chose the high advanced marketing, it will cost you more, but it worth it. Some people don't like to spend more, but for me I see that the marketing is very important, and I do marketing weekly. Now go to flight, then click depart. Now I will see here the flight report. From here I will know the income, the empty seats percentage and the meals sold. For me, I feel that it will be okay to have empty seats up to 20%. I like usually to increase the tickets price to get more money rather than people on board. It will depend also on you. You can keep the recommended prices and get more passengers. By the way, I have departed this route around 5 times and it's still good for me. By this, I have completed my explanation about the route planning. There are a lot of informations I did not mention due to the time limitation and the huge amount of tricks and calculations in this game. I will work on mentioning them in later videos. Also, if you have a question, or want a video about something, just write it in the comments and I will answer them. Please support me by sharing my videos and subscribe in my channel. Thanks for watching and wish you the best in the game.